Hello everyone, this is Ed Million. And today, we have a very interesting topic. Because lately, I've been getting lots of messages about this video of gaming addicts with Genghis about new way of defeating a T1 trap. And as a T1 trap, this is very alarming, because this kind of march loses our effectiveness as traps. But do not worry, Ed Million is here to help our fellow trap keeps regarding this matter. So on this video, I will share with you how does this big layer march works, who can use them, and a few tips to counter or minimize damage from them. And also, make sure to watch until the end because there is a very important thing I want to remind all T1 traps out there. And one more thing, this video is Ed Million's opinion based on his knowledge, understanding and experience about this game, so feel free to comment down your thoughts and reactions about this matter. So, let's get started. First up, how does this big layer march work on a T1 trap? Okay, so let's focus on this popular 80,000 per layer march. The goal of this kind of march is not to zero a T1 trap, but to weaken it or win through power exchange. And as you all know, T1 traps are usually low-level keeps with very thin layers and usually rely on their flat refines. Going back to the 80,000 layer march, the way I understand it, this kind of march is like hitting a trap 3 times using a single march. For example, this is your ground, your range, your mounted, and your siege. Since the layers are big, the enemy's siege will hit your siege, the enemy's range will hit your mounted, and the enemy's ground and cavalry will hit your ground or cavs. It's like killing all your upper tier troops, which is the main weak spot of a trap keep. Just look at this report as an example. Moving on to the second part of the video. Who can use this big layered march? In my opinion, only K41 above can use this type of march because of 2 possible reasons. First is the march size. You need to have at least 4,500,000 march size to do this attack. And second is the overall buffs. They need this because considering all types of troops we're going to fight and kill. However, in the point of view of my keep, example, you have the same buffs and debuffs as I do. The enemy needs to be at least a K43 in order for them to do a really good damage on this keep. And now let's move on to the tips to minimize or win against big layered marches. Number 1. Ask for reinforcements. Even with just one friend reinforcing you with a range march will be a huge help to win against these big layered marches. Number 2. Buffs and debuffs. Try to increase your defensive buffs as high as you can to support your higher tier troops, and invest more on debuffs to weaken your enemy. Number 3. Equip your Wall General or Assistant Wall General with these skill books: Mounted Troops, Speed, Ground Troop Speed, Range Troop Range Bonus, and Siege Machine Range Bonus. I see some traps. Don't use these skill books because they say they don't do a thing. But in reality they are a big help, making your troops attack first and weakening your enemy before they can even attack you. That's how these books works. Number 4. Do not train many upper tier troops. If you think training more troops will make you stronger, then you are mistaken. Only train high tier troops once you have the buffs to support them, because otherwise they will just be a liability and die real fast. And number 5. Get a full set of debuff equipment on your mares. Some people usually mix their gear on their mares, like putting an Imperial armor, prioritizing enemy attack debuff. Yes, this is a good idea, but when you look here, you will lose this very important debuff, which is enemy troop attack reduction. And this debuff will be a huge help to counter the big layered march attack. So I always make sure to get yourself a full set of Achaemenid equipment, Parthian equipment, or Apollo equipment. One more thing. The key on winning on this kind of attack is range troops. It will be difficult for the enemy to reach you range troops, and not only that, They also do a lot of killings, so make sure to train a bit of range troops for your defense. And for the last part of our video, a big reminder. Winning is not based on power exchange or defense lost. It is based on points. If you lose a power exchange doesn't mean you lost. It all depends on the troop tier killing, so make sure to always remember that. And also a secret between you and me. Edmillion knows more trick other than this big layered march to fully counter a T1 trap. However, I will not tell you guys. I don't want my fellow trap keeps to die so easily. Thank you for watching. Happy trapping. See you guys next time.